about to hold out hope! Phil Spencer has sent us a vengeful angel!
Oh no, it's Master Chief.
Game over!
Intruder destroyed.
What's happening, guys? SupaNova here, back with another video, and holy shit, what a crazy weekend it has been. Because for those of you who don't know, which I don't know which two of you on planet Earth that is, Xbox has announced a new remake of Halo Combat Evolved called Halo Campaign Evolved. It is a full-on remake of the original game, sans the multiplayer. However, it will include co-op for up to 4 players, and as the name would suggest, the campaign has indeed been evolved in order to bring it more in line with modern type games. And while it won't have that multiplayer like I explained before, it will instead have 3 never-before-seen campaign missions that are a prequel to the first game with never-before-seen missions, areas, and enemy types. That's not the big news, though. And any other time, that would have been the big news. No. The big news here is that Halo Campaign Evolved will appear day and date on all platforms, that being Xbox, PC, and for the very first time, PlayStation. But Nova, you said all platforms. What about the Switch too? Bitch, ain't nobody talking about the Switch too. Nobody give a fuck about the Switch too. But in all seriousness, maybe eventually? Like, that's not outside the realm of possibility, but as for right now, it is just Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. And like I said, day and date. It is not a timed exclusive. It will appear on PS5 the same day it appears on Xbox and PC. And as you can imagine, with that news, dudes on social media have been going apeshit. You got the PlayStation fanboys just running around constantly reporting the "all your base are belong to us" meme from that one video game from God knows fucking when. And by extension, just going around saying Xbox is dead. Then you even have Xbox fanboys. They're like, what the fuck, man? We give them Halo and those cocksuckers can't even give us Spider-Man. What the fuck? Xbox is dead. And then you got the Xbox fanboys on the other side that are like, yo, what the fuck, bro? The game's a quarter of a century old. We're really gonna sit here and cry because PlayStation dudes are getting a game that's a quarter of a century old? Who gives a fuck? As a matter of fact, we getting it day and day in Game Pass, and those fucking peasants are gonna have to pay for it at full price. As a matter of fact, they're gonna be funding Xbox games, baby! And whether they believe that shit or it's cope, who the fuck knows? But that's not what this video is about. If you want to see that shit, just go on social media. It's easy to find and it is everywhere. The reason for this video is to answer the question that you see in the title. Is this game over for Xbox? Because for whatever you want to think about a lot of the other games coming to PlayStation, like your Indiana Joneses and things like that, this isn't an Indiana Jones. This isn't a Sea of Thieves. This is one of the main pillars of the Xbox Holy Trinity. As a matter of fact, it's the last pillar of the Xbox Holy Trinity. For those of you who don't understand what I mean when I say Holy Trinity, just like over at DC, there's a whole fuck ton of characters over at DC. But the DC Holy Trinity always has been and always will be Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They are the 3 most important characters to all of DC. On the Xbox side, there are also things that people would consider to be the Holy Trinity, that being Forza, Gears, and Halo. Well, Forza fell because Forza Horizon 5 is now on PlayStation 5. Gears fell because Gears Reloaded just launched on PlayStation 5 this August. And now with this news, Halo has fallen. the final pillar of the Xbox Holy Trinity. And while I think we can debate the overall importance of these releases on the PlayStation platform, I don't think you can really debate the importance of the IPs to Xbox as a whole. These are the three most important IPs to Xbox, at least from a historical perspective, because obviously one could argue that Minecraft and Call of Duty are far more important to Xbox. And while I would agree with you, yes, but only from a money-making perspective. When it comes to being associated with Xbox as a brand, Minecraft has pretty much always been a multiplat. Call of Duty has pretty much always been a multiplat. But Forza, Gears, Halo, those have always been Xbox exclusive games. Yes, I understand they're also on PC, but they've always been, at least from a console perspective, exclusive to that platform. And you could not say the name of those games without Xbox being like the next thing that came out of your mouth. They went hand in hand, just like Mickey Mouse and Disney go hand in hand, just like God of War and PlayStation go hand in hand. So, from a historical perspective, I think you can argue very easily that Halo, Gears, and Forza are the most important IP to Xbox. I mean, if you really want to break it down, Halo is really the game that really put Xbox on the map with the original Xbox. When it came to the 360 generation, it was really Gears of War that made people sit up and say, yo, what is this? At the same time, Forza Motorsport was really starting to get its wheels spinning and build a dedicated fan base. And then 1 year before the release of the Xbox One, Playground Games released Forza Horizon, the open world racing game that would change everything for Playground Games. I honestly just don't know what other 3 IP that were exclusively on the Xbox platform you could point to being more important or more influential to the success of that brand. I just really don't. If someone has another one, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I honestly can't think of any. And I think there's a really good reason why people always say Halo, Gears, and Forza when talking about Xbox. Because of the fucking Holy Trinity. They just are. But does this mean that it's game over for Xbox? Of course not. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. For all the PlayStation fanboys that are laughing, saying, ha ha ha, Halo's on PlayStation, Xbox is dead. And for all the Xbox fanboys freaking out, going, holy shit, the Holy Trinity has fallen, Xbox is dead. Xbox is one of the largest gaming publishers on the fucking planet. They're not going to die, geniuses. Even if, let's say hypothetically, the rumored super powerful Xbox console never happens. Let's say the Series X and Series S really is the final console for Xbox. Well, then what then? Well, then they release their games for all platforms that can play it, which at that point would be PC and PlayStation, with whatever games that can be supported by the Switch 2 going to that console as well. Game Pass is still going to be a thing, and it's going to come pre-installed on damn near every electronic device you purchase. Your fucking TVs, your refrigerators, your washer machines, your fucking Hitachi fucking quote-unquote massage wand. Ladies, we know what that shit's for. Cut the bullshit. But the bottom line is, Game Pass is still going to be a thing, and Xbox is going to sell its games every place it possibly can. Is it game over? No. It's just a different game than they're playing right now. Now, that was a hypothetical scenario where the Magnus doesn't release. So let's say Xbox does release this uber powerful Xbox PC hybrid device in 2027. Well, what does it look like then? It looks exactly the same as it looks now, because let's be honest about that device. That device is going to be expensive. They're not going to sell a whole lot of those devices, but they don't give a shit because Game Pass is still going to be a thing. And I hate to break it to you folks, especially you Xbox fanboys, all of the games, the full slate is going to PlayStation. The guys over at Halo Studios even said, going forward, Halo will be on PlayStation. That means for those of you who are coping saying, well, yeah, but it's just a remake of a 25-year-old game. It doesn't matter. When they make Halo Infinite 2, it's going to be exclusive. They just said, going forward, Halo will be on PlayStation. So whatever the next mainline Halo game is, that shit's going to be on PlayStation. Gears Reloaded just released on PlayStation. How much you want to bet that Gears E-Day gets a PlayStation release date? Like, why are we pretending that we're still living in this world where Xbox is trying to have console exclusives and then kind of throw a game out here or there to the PlayStation crowd, when their games sell incredibly well over on PlayStation because there is no Game Pass? When they sell games on their platform, first of all, there's way less of them. There are way less Series S and X devices than there are PS5s and PS5 Pros. So on top of being way less Xboxes out there, a lot of Xbox gamers have Game Pass. So if they're interested in those games, they're just going to get it through their service. They're not going to buy the game. That's what the service is for. And yes, I hear it all the time. Well, I have Game Pass and I actually paid full price for the game. Good for you. Whoever the fuck you are not the rule. You are the exception to the rule. You are a fucking anomaly. Most people that have Game Pass as a service have it specifically to not pay full price for first-party games. I appreciate that you pay for Game Pass and pay full price for games, but that's you. You are the fucking minority. So a lot of Xbox gamers that are interested in that game just weren't going to buy it. PlayStation gamers, if they don't also have an Xbox or PC, if they're interested in that game, don't have the luxury of Game Pass. They have to pay for that game. Xbox has seen tremendous success putting its games on PlayStation, whether it's Sea of Thieves, whether it's Forza Horizon, whether it's Gears Reloaded. They're seeing a lot of success porting their games to PlayStation. So, sorry, Xbox diehards that think this is a terrible thing. I hate to break it to you guys, but the days of only 4 games, which I fully believed was a bold-faced fucking lie to begin with, the days of only 4 games, those days are over. Those days are done. Xbox, for all intents purposes going forward, is full third party. They have no reason not to be, and at this point, it makes no financial sense for them to be. The days of you getting Xbox exclusive games that PlayStation guys don't get is fucking over. And I'm not trying to sit here and dance and cheer about that. I'm one of the people that every time we get one of these announcements and I see people cheering and laughing, I'm like, why are you cheering and laughing? Why are you acting like this wasn't something we all knew was going to happen? I've been saying this shit's going to happen for years. It was obvious it's going to happen. When this announcement got made, I didn't go and gloat about it online like, ha ha, told you so. It's like, yeah, of course it did. No shit. It was always going to happen. This is the path that Xbox has been on. So for the stupid-ass PlayStation fanboys that want to act like this is a big deal, newsflash, it really isn't. The damage was done years ago. And to the delusional Xbox fanboy who still thinks he lives in some type of world where Xbox makes true console exclusives, those days are over, guys. Now, is this game over for Xbox? No. They're just moving to a different business model. They will continue to be a publisher, which is what they are now. One of the largest publishers in all of fucking gaming. That's not going to change. The only way it would somehow be game over for Xbox is if Game Pass subscriptions just fell through the floor and they couldn't sell their games on any of the platforms they made them available on. Now, what's the likelihood of either one of those things happening? Honestly, not very high. Game Pass is going to be something that millions of people will continue to use just because of the sheer value of the service. Whether you see the value there or not, it really doesn't matter. To millions of people, the value is there for them, and they will continue to use the service because of that. On top of that, Xbox is now the owner of some of the most popular gaming IPs to have ever existed. Call of Duty, Doom, The Elder Scrolls, Fallout. They're going to be able to release games for years that the masses will be interested in just from the sheer fact that they are well-known and beloved IPs. So, no, to reiterate, it is not game over for Xbox. The idea that it is game over for Xbox is either a completely delusional view of the gaming industry as a whole or purely fucking cap.
Cling, cling, cling. Man, you capping. Ooh, cling, 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 cling. Oh, you capping.
It's bullshit. Just dudes running their mouth to run their mouth. The truth is, Xbox took the fork in the road that led us down this path years ago. Obviously, this announcement makes it much more real, especially for those who just didn't want to believe this was a route that Xbox would ever go in. But the damage was done years ago. It's like going out to your car in the morning and finding out you have a flat tire. The tire didn't just deflate itself right in front of you. No, the tire is flat because of the nail you picked up 10 miles before you got home yesterday. So while it's fun to hee and ha over this announcement, I just don't see it as much of a big deal because this is what I assumed would always happen, based on the metaphorical nail that Xbox picked up years ago. But as this video is probably already longer than it needs to be, long story short, is it game over for Xbox? No. And that's all I got for you guys on this one. And that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you agree with me that this isn't a big deal and not game over for Xbox? Or do you see it as the nail in the coffin for the brand? Let me know down in the comments and explain to me why you think what you do. And as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And consider becoming a channel member. Once I hit 20 members, I will be doing a game giveaway every month. And if I ever get to 100, I will begin doing console giveaways. I'll catch you guys on the next Supernova.